Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. This is Nelly's TV, where we bring you news and history analysis to keep you updated and enlightened. So, today we are going back to review the Benue crisis. That is the crisis in Benue state of Nigeria, where Fulani herdsmen attacked Yewata village and massacred people. Over 200 persons, innocent persons, lost their lives in that serial attack. Okay, so it's no longer news that some communities in Benue State were attacked. What is now the news is the reaction, the aftermath of the attack. All right. Because one would expect naturally that if something of this magnitude happens in a place they call a country, there will be an uproar, there will be an outcry, there will be a series of reactions from the government if the government is really responsible. But as we know, Nigeria is an irresponsible state. So we're going to see the reactions, the aftermath, the moves that have been made by different quarters and authorities, and you will judge for yourself what type of country they call that they call Nigeria, what type of country that exists in that space. We are going to look at this man first in this discussion. So for us to see how these guys regard you as a human being living in that space called Nigeria. I'm going to put it on full screen so you see him more clearly. So this is the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, General Christopher Musa. He was speaking on the incident, and hear him out. I'm just going to allow it to play just very shortly because I don't want him to go very, very far. He talked a lot of rubbish that don't make sense. So he was trying to say what he thinks from his own opinion. He is talking about his opinion, which means there is even no intelligence from the military as to what happened in Benue State. So he was just expressing his personal opinion, which is very unfortunate in a serious situation of this nature. Listen to him.
Issues to others. Now, from my own view, what I have observed.
From my own view, what I have observed, that is what the Chief of Defense Staff of a whole country is saying. From his own view, not from intelligence. So they are not even doing anything as per intelligence to determine what is going on and what they are going to do. He's just saying from his own view. Listen to his own view.
Two basic things, or three basic things. One, issue of land, indigenous, non-indigenous, critical.
Issue of land, indigenous, non-indigenous, critical. What does that mean? So, indigenous, non-indigenous. Does a non-indigenous have the right to drag land with an indigenous in the first place? Because Musa has accepted here that there are some people who are non-indigenous. And of course, it is not far-fetched. You don't go looking for the person or the persons that are the non-indigenous here. It is the Fulanis. Fulanis are not indigenous to Benue State. Fulanis are not even indigenous to Nigeria. And they are coming to drag land with Benue people. And he's sitting down, he's standing here holding microphone and telling you that this is the problem. So what has the military done in order to stop this rubbish from continuing to happen? Indigenous, non-indigenous, he knows, but they are not taking any action. After talking like this, he will still go back and another incident will still happen. Listen to him.
Which is political. That is supposed to be sorted out politically.
He says it's political. How does indigenous, non-indigenous struggle for land political? I mean, I don't understand this. The way these people reason at times, I don't even know whether they are normal human beings in the first place. Oh God. So now he has exonerated the military from that. He's now saying it is political. And is the political class ready to solve that problem? That's another issue. Listen.
Secondly, the issue of the movement of animals.
Now, the issue of the movement of animals. So, whose responsibility is it to control the movement of animals? Is it not when the law is enacted, then the law enforcement agents will enforce it? And he's here talking, just talking, blabbing rubbish for that matter.
I have told people over time that when they say farmer herders clash, clash means two things are moving. But if the farm is standing and an animal comes in, it's not a clash.
Thank God he knows. So a farmer is there and a herder brings his animal into the farm and the animal destroys the farm of the farmer. So is it still a clash? It's no longer a clash. But all this while they have been painting a farmer herder clash. And people like us have been shouting, this is not farmer herder clash. It goes beyond that. It is invasion by Fulani terrorists.
Is somebody entering somebody's property? So we must find solutions to how, which means if the animals don't move, we don't have issues.
Okay. So if the animals don't move, we don't have issues. So who is going to stop the animals from moving? Is it not you? You see, it is just very unfortunate. This thing is very similar to saying, okay, there are people attacking the banks. There is armed robbers go to rob the bank, and how do we solve the problem? If you give armed robbers enough money, they will stop robbing the bank. Is it not the same thing? That is. I mean, I don't understand. If the animals don't move, then we don't have issues. So who will stop the animal from moving? Are you going to beg the criminals rearing their animals into people's farm to stop, or you are going to stop them by the force that has been given to you? He's here talking. No action will be taken. Give them a place to stay. That's what he wants to arrive at. And let's look for a way to give them a place to stay. In other words, let's look for a way to give armed robbers enough money so they don't go robbing the bank. Solving problem from the anus.
Now again, because of that, again, we have issues of rustling of animals. Which means if we don't even rustle animals again that are moving, again, there won't be most of this problem happening.
So how did animal rustling start rather? How did they start? Animal rustling, this thing they call animal rustling, is it not just the same thing as stealing? Do you know how many of people, the property of businessmen that are lost on daily basis, how much of their money they lose on daily basis? Does it make businessmen from Onitsha, Aba, Lagos, and all the rest of them to start going into the nearby communities to invade them and unalive people because they lost their property, the items in their shop? This is arrant nonsense. I don't know how these people, I have said I don't know whether these people are really normal human beings or something else. Animal rustling. Is it only animals that get lost? People lose their property on daily basis and they don't go attacking the nearby villages because they lost their property. Look at what this man is blabbing here, blabbing rubbish. This makes no sense at all.
So those are the three critical aspects that we must be able to address clearly.
And who is going to address them? In fact, this man's address is just getting me angry. You are the chief of defense staff of the country, always jumping up and down, telling people that he's bringing security. The only time you see this man flex his muscle is when it comes to Igbo land or issues that have to do with Biafra agitators. This man will flex his muscle and come out with full force. But now that it concerns Fulani, he is just blabbing here. After talking, he will go to sleep. He won't take any action. By the way, this is how many days since after the attack. Has anything happened? Of course, nothing happened. Nothing has happened and nothing will happen. Let's listen to another one that maybe will even be more annoying. Because I tell you, that place called Nigeria is a contraption, dysfunctional, non-functional, useless, very useless useless enterprise of Britain. Now, this is Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. He went to Benue, just letting us seem as if he didn't go, okay? Because what he went there to do was just a sham. Now, a president came to a community where more than 200 innocent people were unalived in a serial attack from night to the next morning, and listen to what Bola Tinubu could say.
How come no arrest has been made?
Did you hear that? How come no arrest has been made? That's what he's asking. Who is he asking this question? Who is this man asking this question? Listen to him again.
How come no arrest has been made?
Oh God. And they are clapping for him. Look at Musa here.
I
Look at
expect
Musa.
there should be arrests
I expect there
of
should be
those
arrest.
criminals.
Oh my God. And when they even arrest the so-called criminals, what happens next? What happens next? Is it not the same criminals that they arrest today and tomorrow they put them in a camp, give them food for 3 weeks, and then release them back into the society, absorb some of them into the security architecture, police, army, everything that carries gun? They will reabsorb them there, send some of them to school, but the families of the deceased will remain helpless. Nobody has rehabilitated any of those families. The most they can do is to send them to IDP camps, that is internally displaced people's camps. And once they are sent there, they don't return to their homes. So they only end up blessing the criminals and then allowing the victims to continue to suffer. That's why he's asking how come no arrest has been made so that tomorrow they will release them again. I don't know what is actually, and how did I mean I don't get the point. And people still think that somehow Nigeria will one day begin to function like a country, right? Okay, now look at a Fulani guy here. Look at him. These are the people, the criminals. They say, how come no arrest has been made? Look at his face. He's not hiding. And they know where he's staying. Listen to what this guy has to say. Just listen.
Uh, I want to do this video for one guy. They are calling that guy very dark man. VDM as bandits strike your people. You go there and be saying rubbish.
Okay, no. Now look at this guy. He said he knows that bandits struck some communities. So he said that VDM, that bandits struck his people, and he went there and began to talk rubbish. Who is talking rubbish right now? VDM went there to show solidarity with the affected communities. And look at what this guy will sit down here and be blabbing that VDM went there to talk rubbish because bandits attacked some communities. Oh, so you actually expected that something of this nature would happen and nobody should talk because you people are called Fulanis? Oh, Nigeria is gone. I tell you. Listen to him.
Warn your people. This is just the beginning, very dark man. Warn
Okay, did you hear that? Warn your people. This is just the beginning. Very dark man. He's talking to very dark man. Listen to him again.
and be saying rubbish.
Mhm,
Warn your people. This is just the beginning, very dark man. Warn
mhm,
them. This is just the beginning. They never see something. And I want to tell you something. Fulani are not like government.
mhm.
I'm seeing in social media abusing government, doing this, doing this. Fulani are not like government. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Last month, I come meet with one video. Fulani
He
are not
said
like
last
government.
month.
You have to be very careful.
Mhm.
You have to be very careful. Last month, I come meet with one video. Benue State people. They give Fulanis 14 days to come out in their states.
Okay, so just imagine what this guy is saying. That last month, he came across one video where Benue people were telling Fulani to quit their society, to quit their place. So does it mean they don't have the power to tell people who are causing trouble in their society to leave? And this guy is sitting down here boldly threatening Benue people as a whole, that they have not seen anything, that this attack that happened is just a small thing, that they have not seen anything, that he saw them warning Fulani people to leave. I mean, so why won't they want criminals to leave? Who is comfortable to stay with criminals? Is that how you people acquire land? You just walk into somebody's territory and begin to massacre them and begin to occupy their places, and you sit down here to support it because you are the one massacring people. So if they turn around to massacre your people, will you be happy? Will you be happy? This is how these people reason, and they want us to share the same space with them. People who reason in a barbaric manner, people who reason in a backward manner, people who reason in a retrogressive manner, people who have no value for human lives. They are telling us to continue to share the same space with them, that somehow one day things will get all right and everybody will enjoy the space. With this kind of reasoning, I'm asking, people who reason like this, when will they begin to reason properly? Because this is already indoctrinated into their systems and fabric. Listen to him.
That one is rubbish now.
You say that one is
They don't have
rubbish
that
now.
right to chase old Fulani in their state.
You see that they don't have that right to chase Fulani out of their states. So can Benue people come to your? I mean, Fulani doesn't even have a state. They are not even indigenous to Nigeria. But let's say that you have a state at all. Can Benue people come to your state and just occupy anywhere, chase out people from their communities and occupy them, and they will not have the right to repair Benue people? These people, they only justify things when those things favor them. They justify it. But let the thing turn against them, you see them carrying placard, carrying whatever, and doing demonstration, shouting, because lies and propaganda are their key weapons. Big time liars, as you see them.
Whether to state peace with Fulani or they should leave Benue State. You can see the number of cows they are cleaning in Benue State in this season.
Okay, now he has brought it down to where they always hinge it. Number of cows in unalived, wherever. Now the question is, were those cows when they were unalived by the people? Did you keep the cow in your compound and people just invaded your compound and started destroying your cows? Were you not the people who took the cow into somebody's farm and the cow started destroying the person's farm and the person retaliated? Because I can't just sit down and watch my farm being destroyed by cows belonging to somebody else and I just keep quiet. I have to make sure I expel them by any means possible because that farm is my own economic mainstay. And then when you talk, they say you are destroying their cow, but they are destroying your farm, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean anything. Now he is starting it from they destroyed their cow. But what happened before people began to react? They won't talk about that. They don't always start the issue from where it starts. They always start it from where it began to affect them after they have caused the trouble. When they begin to receive retaliation or response from the people they troubled, then they will start their story from that point. Evil people, if you want to learn how to lie, go to Fulani. That is where to learn how to lie. They lie worse than the devil. I've never seen.
They are killing innocent Fulani in Benue City. You didn't see anything, but now, after this strike,
Innocent Fulani, where? Where are the innocent Fulani? And what happened? What led to the unaliving of the innocent Fulani? These people can lie. Where is the evidence? Can you show us one evidence of people attacking Fulani? Is it not the Fulani that are attacking people? And when the people defend themselves, then you say they are attacking Fulani? I mean, I don't know why we should continue to stay in the same country with these barbaric people. They are very barbaric and lunatic.
you go there, be seeing nonsense. So you have to be very careful. This is just the beginning. This is just the first strike. So Nigeria are not like government to be careful, very dark now.
All right, so you don't.
Okay, so now look at it. He has come out and clearly issued this threat, and no response from the police, no response from the military, and Bola Tinubu is there asking, how come there are no arrests? Are they going to tell me that they have not seen this young man? Are they telling me that they don't know where he stays? I mean, the pretense is getting too much, and by this time, people should have come up to their senses to know that this is a calculated attempt, an assistance, a kind of a calculated arrangement whereby the government of Nigeria, together with its security architecture, are supporting these criminals to continue unaliving innocent citizens and inhabitants of that society called Nigeria. You see, somebody, an ordinary small boy like this, comes up to threaten a whole state and nothing happens. The next thing, if you even show this video to the police or army, they will tell you it is just a mere threat. Mere threat, but it is happening. They are threatening and they are executing it. Some years ago, there was this threat that was spread over the social media saying that the Fulanis in Nigeria are inviting all the Fulanis in West Africa to come and join them in a jihad in Nigeria, let them conquer Nigeria, displace the indigenous persons and occupy it, that Nigeria is their God-given land. It spread like wildfire. But what did they do? The Nigeria security architecture raised an alarm and told people to stop disseminating incisive this thing, insightful message. It happened some years ago. And today, what is happening? They are executing those plans. And according to report, some of these people attacking these communities in Nigeria are foreign Fulanis, which means they heeded to the call made by the Fulanis residing in Nigeria. They came, all right? They came. We have made videos showing us how terrorism came into Nigeria and why it came. The reason it was started by Usman Dan Fodio, the very forefather of Fulanese, who himself is a terrorist, a criminal for that matter. He vowed that he would dip the Quran in Atlantic Ocean, which means he vowed to conquer from the northmost part of Nigeria to the southmost part of Nigeria, where we have Atlantic Ocean, at the very, very southern part of Nigeria. But he was stopped somewhere in Ilorin, middle of Nigeria, by Britain, who also came in a criminal manner, conquering from the south towards the north. So they entered into agreement and they stopped at that point, and then Britain began to rule Nigeria in a criminal manner. Okay, so now that it looks like Britain is no longer fully on ground, though they still rule Nigeria by proxy, so they want to continue with the evil jihadist plan of Usman Dan Fodio, their forefathers, to conquer the rest of the southern, from middle to the southern part of Nigeria, and occupy it, Islamize everybody, make everybody to begin to live like themselves, reason backward like themselves, and institute their Sharia upon everybody by force. That's what they are trying to do. Okay? And that is what you see playing out here. So Musa is telling you is a matter of land grabbing, is a matter of animals moving around. It is actually a matter of replacing the indigenous people. Because when they come to a community and chase them away, what they do is they occupy the community, rename the community, and evidence are there how they have occupied some communities and renamed them to their own names, or rather with their own names. Okay, so this is the evil going on, and Nigerian government knows about it, but the people ruling Nigeria want it like that. So even Bola Tinubu being a Yoruba man cannot do anything about it, because the powers that be are greater than him. Now, as if that is not enough, let's see this one. Let's see this one. Okay, as if that is not enough, just listen.
For my people who don't understand Hausa, allow me to translate this, what this Fulani guy is saying.
Why don an kashe mutane 200 a Benue State shi zai tada hankalin mutane a dunga haya a social media to kaɗan kuka gani.
He says, so because they've killed 200 people in Benue State, that's why everybody is getting angry. Now why are people getting angry now that this one is really small?
Did you hear that? So they unalived more than 200 persons, and this guy is saying, "Why are people shouting? That is small." This is how they reason, and they want us to stay in the same space as one country.
Ba kun rubuta kun ce za a kori Fulani a ƙasan Benue kuna dariya. Dama daga dariya sai kuka, za ku ci ubanku a wannan shekara. Za ku ci ubanku.
Senebuna talk say me Fulani live on our land. When they write time, when even they laugh, say from laughter to tears now. Say una go chop una nyash.
Mutum 100 shine me, shine.
So now you don't want to leave your land, which means they have come to force you to leave your land. They will deal with you.
Tarzoma a zuciya, mu shanu nawa aka kashe muna, mutanen mu nawa aka kashe a daji da ruga duk ba ai komai ba. Ai kashe mutane 100 wallahi ba laifi ba wani abu kuma kaɗan ne.
Say waiting be 100 people. Say waiting be 100 people. Say because they kill 100 people, now they make una mind the vex. Say what of their people where they don't kill for bush? How many of their cattle where they don't kill? Say this one are small thing now. Say no worry. You get.
So they always refer everything back to their cow, that they lost their cow. But it is their cow that is looking for trouble, and they don't want people to defend themselves. What type of people is this?
Kun ga wannan a matsayin shi shanu na billahi lazi zan iya in kashe kaɗa guda 150 akan wannan. Ni yanzu.
Now he's saying you see this cow, now see this cow where they here, this young calf. Saying swear to God, saying if he kill like 150 people for this cow.
Okay. So now the life of one cow is worth more than the life of 150 human beings. That is how these people reason. Look at his face. That's how they reason, and they are saying we are the same people, we should live in the same country. Look, people, I think I have to end it here. But what I want to tell us is this. There is no point trying to even educate these people to begin to reason properly. They are already bankrupt, bereft of knowledge, bereft of normal human sense. The best thing is to break that country called Nigeria. Let everybody go their separate ways. There is no amount of self-defense. There is no amount of anything the security will try to do that will solve this problem. It will continue to erupt, because they have an agenda of overcoming or invading communities, indigenous people's communities, and overtaking those places and subduing you, dominating you. That's what they did to Hausa, that you don't hear about Hausa people anymore. In the north, it is Fulani that is most popular. So everybody should begin to add his voice. Let us break that country and go our separate ways. Biafra is already on its own course. Let us support Biafra. If you are from Biafra, support it now. There is no point saying you are not a Biafran simply because you don't support what Biafran agitators are doing. Because one day, this evil will come to your community if you don't move fast. We have to leave Nigeria and go to Biafra. Wake up now and begin to use your senses. Begin to use your senses. These people are coming to your community. Don't say you didn't hear it. Thank you for listening. And try to come back to get more news. Bye for now.